Good morning, my ghosts and goblins. Well, gosh, you guys, I was up till 1 a.m. cleaning up this studio. It was just a total disaster from these big projects. But everything's cleaned up. And so today, I know I say this every time, but we're going to redo this mold and we're going to keep it simple. But the good thing is we have this to go from. So here's my plan. We're going to make this ghost white. We are going to make the roof black. And then because it needs to have something glow, we're going to make him orange. And then we're going to make this black. So this is going to be a layered project. And so it'll take a little bit of time, but nothing we can't do. I mean, my gosh, you guys have seen me build the carousel, the Ferris wheel, and I think maybe we build the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and you know, what else have we built? We can do this, right? So without further ado, let's put the ghost in, and guess what we're going to do him in? UV resin, because I don't think it's going to be that complicated. So I am going to have to lay it on its side. So I think I'm going to get a cup for that. Perfect. Okay. So that's where it's going to sit, except for I think it needs to come up just a hair like that, because the ghost's arm is kind of like, his arm is on the chimney right there. And so we'll need to fill that part in. Okay, white UV resin. What do you guys think about that? Purple? Make sure I have enough here to fill that little void. Okay, let's just use the light wish. I think that would be better. All right. Let's start with that. Let's see what we get. Okay. We are going to use a pipette just because it's just easier to get down in there, to get down under, I think. All right, now we have extra. That's done. Now we're going to mix up a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of resin in black, because from here on out, we're going with resin. Okay, resin time. All right, I'm going to get this mixed up, get it in my vacuum chamber, and then we'll come back, okay? See you in a bit. Okay, gosh, what a difference it makes putting this through my vacuum chamber versus the Let's Resin one. Let's Resin one's great for regular resin, but just not this fast cure. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to pour it on this stick so we don't get any more bubbles in there now that I have them all out. Watch my pouring because, oh, come on, don't do that. I only have a small space to put it in. All right, so this is going to have to go at an angle because there's a space right there. So I'm going to have to set that just like that at an angle, maybe just a tad bit more. Sorry guys, if I'm out of frame, I'm not meaning to, I just got to see this. Okay. I think that's it. So see how this part here needs to be at an angle. The only thing is I think it's touching the eyeballs of the, we don't want it to touch these. So that might be a little too high. Let's see if I can get some of this out. I don't know if I can. Without making a mess. Probably should have just used a pipette. Because we only want the roof to be black. And it, yeah. I'll have some cleanup to do, definitely, before we pour the orange. Still too much. I wasn't thinking about that part. Should have looked at my pumpkin first. So this one comes near the eye. Okay, so I think we got it now where it should be. And I'll have to get some Q-tips, clean up. Okay. All right. Got to clean up inside there with some Q-tips. And I have extra. Imagine that. I will find something to put this in. Seems like I'm constantly finding something to put extra resin in. And then we will come back when this is ready for the next step, which will be the glow orange. And we're going to use orange, not coral. All right, we'll be back when this is ready. Okay, bye. Okay, everyone, welcome back. It's ready for the second layer. Let me clean out my cup here real quick, since I mixed up my resin in here and then poured it into this plastic cup so I could run it through my vacuum chamber, because it's better to run your resin in a plastic cup versus a silicone cup. Just want to make it, clean it up now, because if I don't, I will forget. Whoa, come back here. All right. Okay. That all cleaned up. Now I mixed up 100 mLs because I wasn't sure how much I needed. So we're just going to pour this down the side because it is bubble free. And I do have a mold on standby. Now we're just going to pour this right up to the top of this last layer. I knew I wasn't going to need all of this. Like I said, I do have a mold on standby. Okay, perfect. So what I got out was my Into Resin pumpkin. And I poured green glow in the dark in the stem. So I want to make sure that that is cured all the way down. You guys, I do want to say I got through all my comments, and one comment resonated with me, and I do want to say something about that. And that was from Allison, and she brought something to my attention that I really never even thought about, and that is these UV lights. She made a good point, and I do think that the point that she made was very important, and that is exposing ourselves to these UV lights. And in the past, I've always just never really thought about it. And she's right 100% that we need to stop exposing our hands to those lights. And by exposing yourself to these lights, I mean, there's lots of, things that can happen. And I never thought about it. And so I'm going to start protecting myself, because I guess it's just like anything else in our field that we're exposing ourselves to. You know, exposing yourself to UV light like that can be damaging to your skin and can cause cancer. You know, back in the 80s, I wasn't one of them, but there was a lot of girls that laid in tanning beds. I wasn't one of them because, you know, I was in the country. I lived in the country, so laying in a tanning bed was, you know, not my thing. Not saying I never did it, but doing it on a regular basis was not my thing. But, you know, a lot of those girls now, you know, that I know that did do that on a regular basis are now experiencing, you know, breast cancer, skin cancer, you know, all kinds of cancer. And so that just goes to show you that UV light, and of course, you know, tanning bed lights aren't exactly, I mean, they're a different type of UV light, but nonetheless, it's still UV. And, you know, I've looked it up, and there are studies that do show that UV light can cause cancer. So just a word of advice, if you're using these, you know, UV lights, that you should probably wear gloves. And I didn't have enough to fill this mold. So I'll have to, if I use this again, I'll have to fill it some more. All right. See you in a couple hours. Bye. Good morning, everyone. We are back. I didn't finish, this is Saturday morning. I didn't finish my video last night because I decided to take the evening off and spend it with Riley and Haley. We watched movies and ate popcorn and all that good stuff. So we are back this morning to get this out of the mold. And then I've got some extras for you. So let's see how this turned out. Hopefully I got it on the mark, but we'll see. If not, I'm sure it'll be fine. There's them bubbles. Did it on one side, and I got too much orange on this side. Ghost turned out good, though. Could probably fill that bubble in. Got too much orange. I knew when I was filling it with the black that it looks like this side needed to go a little higher. But then when you look at it here, the orange looked like it needed to go. It was kind of tricky. It was tricky. It was a little tricky. But that's how it turned out. Get some gloves on here. I want to see what it looks like when it glows. I mean, I guess we could say it's just a misfit pumpkin house. How's that? ghost is perfect. Yeah. So that's what it looks like. Now I do want to emphasize this door and his eyes, and then we're going to age this, but I need to fix this bubble right here. So not sure if I should make it orange or black. I think, let me just try something here. Guys, my nose is so, allergies are out of control. That looks so cool. I love how the ghost turned out. The ghost turned out perfect. All right, we'll let that dry. I'll give that a couple more coats and then we'll age it. Okay, extras. With all the extra resin, more glow-in-the-dark feet. I had some left over, so I poured one of these. Okay, and then I poured another into resin candle, which I think you've seen me pour part of it, and then I filled it up. How did I get this out of here last time? Like this, I think. Just like that. Oh, look, ain't it cute? And I got the bubble again. But look at that. Isn't that cute? It's a perfect glow-in-the-dark pumpkin. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I did end up pouring it in 2 layers because of the first time I didn't have enough. And then when I went back to pour the rest in there, I poured the second layer. I mean, you can kind of see the layer, but it's not that big of a deal. That one's cute. I love this mold. It's so shiny. Shiny, shiny. And I can fix that. And just put a drop of UV resin in there since that's what it is. That one's cute. Okay. I did pour another skull candle, but it's not completely full, so I have to pour some more black into it. So when I pour another mold, we'll do that. Now, you guys remember the rainbow neon boo? I have been embellishing that in between everything. So are you guys ready to see what I've done with it? I think it turned out pretty cute. I think you guys are going to like it. Let me turn this back inside right. Didn't see, I didn't do that. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I made my own little witch hat, embellished it, and then put a spider on there, embellished it with some those things. And you guys ever see that video of the 3 singing pumpkins? 3 singing pumpkins. I took one of those squishy ghosts and I put him inside here so it looks like he's coming out of there. Put a little ghost down here, put a little bat there, and then this is what's going to be cool. Let me shut my lights off. Maybe with my remote. I can get him to go off. There we go. Hold on. Okay, are you ready? Look at that creepy little face in there. It's coming through the backside. Trying to get it to light up. So I took this pumpkin and I UV resined it on the back. And so when it glows, all you see is the face. Isn't that cool? So, and I put a moon and star and a little bat up there, put a little bat there, and then the ghost there, the face in there, and a little ghost there. What do you guys think? Ain't it cute? I like how it turned out. Let's see if I can get a good charge on it. So you can see that face coming through. Isn't it cute? I think it's cute. Yeah, that's my little boo sign. So that's what I did with that. With all my extras. And so, of course, it'll sit, you know, like that. So there's that little boo sign. Okay, let's see if this is dry enough to, yep, it is. All right, let me get my silver. We'll get this aged. if I've got a black. Do from Tea Expert. It's already sparkly. See? That just makes that look so much more creepier than the orange. Makes it look creepy. I wonder if there's something I can do with that chimney. Maybe put some green stuff or something oozing out of it. I don't know. We'll see. When we get it, start putting it together, we'll see. So the next big step for this is going to be the base. And that's going to be the big part of it. All right, there's our doorknob. Okay, let's go ahead and get this aged real quick. And then we'll be done. And I can even put a little more, put some aging on the doorknob now. There. All right, Dunskies. Perfect. And I'll put some more black in his eyes so that his eyes are darker. What do you guys think? Ain't it cute? Perfect little addition to our housing community, our haunted housing community. I like it. All right, guys. So there it is. There's our extras. We got our glow-in-the-dark pumpkin. We have our cute little boo sign. More glow-in-the-dark feetsies, which you'll see what we're going to do with those. And then this is just an extra. So, all right, y'all. Done. So, you know what to do. Thumbs up if you like it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I notice my views aren't very high on these, but I mean, it's a process. I gotta get them done, and the only way I can get them done is by doing a video on every one of them. So, but if you have not subscribed, I would love to see you subscribe to this so that you can see the end final results on this Halloween project. And we're going to be figuring out the base on this in the coming days. I may or may not video that because, I mean, it's going to be a boring process. So I may just be working on that off camera and then just doing some videos. I need to get my other two into resin molds done. And yeah, just working on some miscellaneous stuff while I get the base done. And then as we get closer to reveal time, we'll start putting this together. So, all right, y'all, have a great day. Bye.